Hello and welcome to an Auto Awesome review. And today we're looking at the DC Multiverse Two-Face action figure, part of the Connect and Collect Clayface wave, which does come with the upper body for Clayface. You can see I already attached it, and this figure is looking like he's going to be massive, and I love it. I cannot wait to finish this. The piece comes in two pieces here. You connect these two together first, then you can put on the head, lower body and arms to that. But anyways, getting onto the figure here, he does come with a few accessories, so let's start off with that. He comes with a pair of trigger hands and two left hands kind of depicting his coin, one scratched and one not scratched, and two guns. And let's just get a close up at how these look. You can see his left trigger hand, it's all right, but the gun, you can see right here, it doesn't have that much detail. The little trigger part doesn't come out. His trigger finger doesn't come out too much. There's no actual indent for the trigger. It's a really bland gun. He holds it decent enough, but it does tend to want to fall off, especially because of the way his thumb is right there. It's going down rather than up holding it, which kind of contributes to him dropping it more. His coin hand is really bland. I mean, the hand itself looks alright, but the coin is literally a silver round disc on his hand, and the scratched one is just that. It just has a couple scratches on it, so it's really plain, kind of disappointing. But there's really no buts. It's kind of disappointing. This whole figure is slightly disappointing. Now, don't get me wrong. He is very nice. He aesthetically looks really good, and that's what we're going to talk about next, is the fact that he is basically comic book accurate, down to just missing one detail. But other than that, the color of his suit looks really good. The tie looks good. I'm sure this is a reused body, but the boots, the pants, everything looks nice and clean, and I really do like that. Now, he's not using the newer body like Superman, and I believe Martian Manhunter is, but that sucks. There is no buts, actually. That just sucks. I really wish they had gone ahead and done it. I'm assuming they figured it's just easier to do this instead of having to make a new suited body for that. Though, at the same time, it's not even making a new suited body. Yeah, you have to, I guess, sculpt the pants and everything. I don't know. I feel like they cheaped out on this figure, but it's still, in my opinion, a really good figure aesthetically. Because, he looks amazing. Like I said, look at his head sculpt right here. I'll just see if I focus that. It's really good. It looks like Harvey Dent from the comic book. The paint looks really clean, actually. It looks really good, albeit, maybe a little bit of variety in the skin tone would have made it look better, but the burnt part of his face looks amazing. You can see his eye, his mouth open, little red lines going through it. The back of his head has all the skin showing and stuff. The hair even has some blue shading going through it, and it looks really nice. So I would say they did a great job with the head sculpt, and the suited body, although it's not a great body at all, it does look good. I can't argue with that. The pants look clean, the shoes look amazing. The rubberness of the suit is awesome. His tie looks good under the suit. He looks super skinny and not right, but that's besides the point. So, let's get on to the articulation, where it's not that great. Yeah, it's, the older DC Mattel bodies, so, it's not going to be as nice as the new ones, and it's really blocky. And by blocky, I mean, if you lift his arm, you can see, that. If you turn his arm right here, it looks weird, and he has those really ugly legs, which kept me from buying stuff from this brand, is specifically the legs right there. But let's start off with his head here. He cannot look up, he can't look down, he can only really look left and right, and that sucks because, especially since he has the coin, you would think, okay, get him to look down at the coin would make sense. Nope, not gonna happen. You can't even really fudge it by turning his body. I guess you can kind of, but then he just looks hunched over and just doesn't look right. And yeah, just overall the head peg anyway sucks. The head itself looks awesome, but that does suck. It does have that kind of lower abdomen joint. It's not really up because it's a little bit lower, but you can see it doesn't bend forward too much. It bends back a decent amount. His arm does go up basically all the way, which is good. That's awesome. You know, I do like that. I mean, the rubber of the suit's kind of getting there, so you don't really want to go more than that. But that is cool. It does rotate. Like I said, you can't see that kind of like blockiness going on there. It does have the upper arm rotation, which again has that blockiness right there. And he does have a single jointed elbow, which that's not even a nice elbow. That's just sad. I mean, if it could go at least 90, that would be okay, but that does suck. Let's see. He has waist rotation, so you know there is that. He can kick forward barely. He can kick back barely, but let's be honest, a lot of figures can't kick back, so that's not horrible. Does have rotation at the right above the knee. I don't know what you want to call that. And he does have a single jointed bend at the knee, which is not great either. I mean, it's better than nothing. It's decent. It's almost 90, but you know, there's figures with way better than that. And the foot articulation is almost non-existent. I mean, you can see there is a joint there that's supposed to be able to go back and forward, but with the way the pants are, that's not really going to happen too much. I can feel it kind of going. You can see it moves a little bit, but the pants really do kind of get in the way there. So overall, well, he does have the hand joint, by the way, but again, it's not really anything to talk about. Rotates, kind of hinges forward, kind of hinges back. Not really. You saw I did drop the Kun. But like I said, overall, it's just a decent figure. I mean, this is more of a really nice looking figure than an actual figure, because the articulation isn't that great. Now, he is articulated, and he moves better than McFarlane figures, so there you go. And that's not me trying to take a shot at McFarlane, but let's be honest, those Destiny figures were definitely a letdown in the articulation department, though I feel like they do really good aesthetic things, better than this, but man, they just need to up that articulation there. But anyways, let's get on to some size comparisons here. So here's Two-Face standing next to Batwoman. You can see that they're almost around the same height. They do look pretty good together, you know, Batwoman's articulation being superior, and hopefully, you know, all the other figures, like I said, will have that new body, just articulation and everything, and will hopefully be the last of this. But head-wise, it is definitely on par with Batwoman's here. I think they have definitely upped their game in that department, and just aesthetically, both figures look really awesome. Here he is standing next to a DC Icons Batman, and I don't know, I mean, the Batman, I think, is just a little bit too small. Like, his body is, like, slightly too small. It's almost in scale. You can definitely fudge it in pictures and stuff, but his head, especially, just seems too small compared to Two-Face's head right there. It's too squished in. And, yeah, I mean, they'll be alright together. Hopefully we'll get a re-release of that, you know, Rebirth Batman that we got last year with one of the newer bodies. But, I don't know. But until then, if you guys have this, or you have that one, I guess, I mean, that one probably should fit pretty good with this one. But if you know it and you want to put this one with that one, and it'll look good. It'll look decent. It won't look amazing, it won't look great, but if you don't have them standing next to each other like this, no one's gonna notice, I hope, maybe, I don't know. And here he is next to Marvel Legends Iron Man. And aside from the head being a little small, I would say that these two definitely do stand pretty much in scale with each other, which is awesome. Not much else to say there, but yeah, that's cool. I like it. So overall, I have mixed feelings about this figure because his, you know, aesthetic and appearance to the comic book is almost completely accurate. The only thing he's missing is the vest underneath his jacket, and he would be absolutely perfect, but other than that, you know, his articulation does suck. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about that. His accessories aren't detailed enough to kind of justify the purchase for that. The coin could have at least had a little bit of detail. The gun could have had a little bit more detail. Other than that, like I said, his face sculpt is amazing. I really do like the way they painted his face. It looks awesome. It looks like Harvey Dent. And I love it. And the fact that they actually highlighted the hair, I think, is awesome. They got the color accurate for his suit, so that's another plus there. And, you know, he goes on to building Clayface here, who looks like he's going to be an amazing figure. So there are reasons to get this guy, though I can see why you might want to pass on him and just get those Clayface pieces on eBay or something. Though I would still maybe say recommend him if you're a fan of Two-Face, if you're a fan of the All-Star Batman comic book. For some reason, it was alright. There's actually a review for that somewhere on this channel. Maybe I'll link it below, but I really doubt I will. But overall, it's okay. Um, like I said, hopefully this will be the last time we see this kind of articulation on a DC multiverse figure. Fingers crossed. Who knows? But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, comment down below, like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.